Hello, welcome to Mowgli TV. Today we're gonna go through something that is extremely useful and that will help a lot of people out there, which is how to VJ with no content. Yes, that's right. You can VJ with no content. If you've already got Resolume, you've got everything you need to make content instantly. And I'm not talking about using generative clips. I'm talking about using the camera that's probably already on your laptop. You can use these techniques from the comfort of your own home so that you can have some content by the time you get to VJ, or you can turn up at a gig with no content whatsoever and make it on the spot as you go along. The first thing I'm going to do to get this going is to actually change the lighting in my environment. So I'm going to switch off all the lights around me. We're not quite there yet. There's just one last light over here. So here we're in Resolume now, and I've still got quite a bit of light because I've got an external monitor where I've got my recording software with which I'm recording this, which gives away quite a bit of light. So I have to do with that for now. It's not really a problem. We can fix it all in post, as they say. So what I've done here is I've just added a camera source to my document here. So that's how you see me here. And you've got all the settings for the camera over here. So you can adjust whatever you want to adjust as required. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make myself look a bit more interesting. You don't need to do this. You can do whatever you want. You can wear a funny hat with feathers. You can put some lights on your head. You can just do it as you are. If you're going to do this in a live environment where you're actually playing a gig, I recommend that you're wearing dark clothes. From my experience, most environments where you'll be sitting while VJing are going to be dark anyway. If they're not completely dark, you have to use the environment creatively and to your advantage, but it's a lot easier to work if you're sitting against a really dark background and you're wearing dark clothes, so that all the elements that have got some light on them will actually be seen. Although we can tweak this, as we'll see in a second. I'm just going to put on my sunglasses and I'm going to put on my orange hat. As you can see, I instantly look a lot more interesting. So the next thing to do is to use the record function in Resolume to record yourself through the camera doing whatever the hell you want to do. You can do a little dance, maybe a TikTok kind of thing, or you can just do what I'm going to do now, which is just shake my head around and then play along with that. So get your recording going. It's good to record a fair bit. Do different things. You can edit later, stop recording. So this is what I've recorded. As you can see, the video is not very high quality, down to the fact that I'm using my webcam and the fact that there is not much light in the environment. But all that is not a problem because that's where all the tools in Resolume come into play. Let's start by changing the contrast of this, for example. Let's bring up the contrast, bring down the brightness, find a good, reasonable point for that. And next, let's just concentrate on an area of the clip that we like. Let's switch the timeline to BPM sync and then scrub to find a nice bit of motion. This hedge is headbanging, could be quite interesting. Let's just select that bit, bring your brackets around, change the length of the clip so it plays at a reasonable speed. And you probably want this to be one beat. To smooth this out, you could change the play style to bounce. And now we can add further effects. Let's start with edges. Whenever you're using effects, it's always a matter of finding the sweet spot and tweaking the levels to something that you like. There are no rules, so it's all down to you. It's your creative choice. Play about with the controls and make it look nice to you. If you think it's good, then it's good. People might disagree with you, but that's a different matter. Now we can adjust the contrast. I've added a few more effects here to show you quickly. There's contrast, edge detection, bloom, and infinite zoom. I'm not going to get into the details of all the settings for that because that's not the point of this tutorial, and there's a lot to be said about using effects creatively, which I'll cover in other videos. I'm not saying this is the best content ever. Obviously, the longer you spend tweaking this and adding effects and tailoring things, the more interesting it's going to be. But it's definitely a start. Let's just have a look at this. Once I play this little groove I've got here, let's resync this. You can spend more time adding things, tweaking things, changing the overall effect of this, but it's a very good start. We had no content and now we've got a clip. Where do we go from here? So yes, I've done a little sequence using the autopilot and just duplicating the clip and selecting a different portion of it to be played. So that's it in a nutshell. I hope you've enjoyed this and hopefully I'll see you next time.